HCAM News is supported by our viewers and by Hopkinton Drug, located in this historic New England town since 1954. They are a multifaceted store dedicated to providing clients with an array of healthcare options.
And by Webster First Federal Credit Union, providing financial products with attentive customer service to the local families and businesses of Hopkinton. Visit us at websterfirst.com. Hello, and welcome to HCAM News. Tom Nappy at the anchor desk to fill you in with what's happening in town. On this edition of HCAM News, we have the latest Hiller sports update. We have scenes from the Hopkinton High School girl-powered robotics event. Book author Kathleen Goldman had some puppy training tips at the library. And Matt Clark has our HCAM Insider. But first, here are some recent happenings in town you should know about. At this week's Board of Selectmen meeting, Selectmen confirmed 2 town manager appointments. One appointment was for the Senior Accounting Manager Town Accountant position, and the other was for the Procurement and Grants Manager position.
And firstly, I am presenting David Nalchajian as the recommended candidate for the finance, for the town accounting manager position.
Okay.
I should say that in my 30 years working in public service, this is the first time I have sat in a room with 2 candidates that we're presenting who both have CPAs. And I believe, looking around, seeing the presence of our finance team here, this may be the largest footprint of town accountants or finance people I've ever been around here in Hopkinton. I'm honored and humbled to introduce Benjamin Sweeney as the town's procurement and grants manager. This is a position that was recently created and funded through the FY19 budget process, and it needs to be said. It needs to be said. His grandfather was the town's treasurer several years ago.
Oh, all right.
This past Sunday, the Hopkinton Fire Department hosted their annual open house. The event is hosted as part of National Fire Prevention Month and helps teach about the everyday duties of the fire department.
Today is talking about fire safety, fire prevention. It's not all about responding to emergencies. So we're trying to educate the families and kids about the equipment we have, some of the safety precautions they can do, and we have an outstanding show today. I bet you we have 400 people through already.
Sure. Well, what kind of things can people expect to see here?
Well, we're demonstrating equipment. We have a lot of medical equipment that's out there. They're showing our fire equipment, extrication, technical rescue, all that. We're doing a stop, drop, and roll for the kids so they recognize how to react to a smoke alarm, how to get out of a bedroom, stay low. If they have a problem, they stop, drop, and roll, and how to get out of the house safely to a meeting area.
Excellent.
Have a plan. That's what we try to get everybody to say. Have a plan.
And what's with the big line?
We have a lot of people here today. There's no Patriots game and no Red Sox game during open house. That's a key.
And what's the other fun stuff that is going on over here?
Right now we just do fire truck rides for the kids. We're just trying to show them some of the equipment we have, and for the real youngsters that aren't quite at that learning age yet, they really appreciate a ride in the fire truck.
This past Thursday at Hopkinton High School, the girl-powered robotics event took place. The event featured a number of activities centered around robotics. Here's a look. This past week, a girl-powered event took place at Hopkinton High School. The Girl Powered Initiative seeks to encourage female participation in the robotics community and conveys the message that robotics is for everyone.
We're working today to just introduce the fact that STEM or robotics is for everyone. Sometimes students have a stigma about things like, that may not be for me. So we try to create situations where we invite people in and help them realize that they are perfectly capable and this is for everybody. We have mentors that have come in from MathWorks, Web Reply, the Hopkinton Public School System. We have the New England Patriots Hall has a couple of people that do STEM outreach. We brought them in, as well as a professor from UMass Boston. And they're here to demonstrate to people that, again, this is for everybody, and you don't always have one path to learn these things, and there's a way to learn them for everybody. And we also have a nice person that's coming in from Clear Path for veterans who had worked in the Natick Army labs for a long time. So, diverse group of professionals.
A handful of representatives from numerous organizations were on the scene to get a look at some of the work and help mentor participating students.
So can you talk about what you're doing here today at Hopkinton High School?
Yes, so I run the Patriots Hall of Fame presented by Raytheon, and we have an extensive STEM program. We have field trips come in every day, and we work. Doug is our former Massachusetts STEM Teacher of the Year, Doug Scott. He won that award through us and was honored at the Massachusetts STEM Summit. And so we have a relationship, and we do a lot of STEM activities at the hall. So we came up here today to help out with this awesome program that Doug is so incredible with his involvement in trying to get girls involved in STEM and STEM in general. And so we're just happy to be a part of it.
This is the robotics station you set up. So how are you guys acquainted with any of robotics projects?
Well, we do the Ministry of Robotics.
Yeah. So we are from MathWorks, and we primarily make two products named MATLAB and Simulink. What we would like to do is actually get students kind of like know about MATLAB, because it's something that they can actually start trying out on their own. It's a very user-friendly program that helps them kind of get used to STEM related courses. What we are going to do is we're going to show them this robot actually that has been programmed with Simulink, one of our products itself. That's our basic goal, just like kind of try something on their own at home or at school, wherever they can.
MathWorks essentially is a scientific computing company, so we have this product called MATLAB, which essentially is like a big giant calculator. But essentially with the help of that, you can use it in multiple areas. You can use it in robotics, you can also use for simulations in the automobile industry, etc. So what we are trying to do here is show them a little glimpse of what MATLAB does and get them interested in areas like robotics, machine learning, etc.
To learn more about the company, you can definitely go to www.mathworks.com. But if you want to try MATLAB on your own, there is a website that's here, learntocode.mathworks.com, and you can just go ahead and try it out. We have a really good documentation with a lot of examples, so you can just go through it and see any examples that excite you, and then just try coding on your own.
Well, this is an exceptionally good program. We've got a lot of good kids here. I work on some of it with Doug on some of the competitions. I come down and function as a judge, and so that gives me an opportunity to see the quality of what's going on, and it's just really superb. Hopkinton should be really proud of what their kids are doing over here.
Some of the activities included paper coding, programming Lego robots, a presentation by the MathWorks VEX organization, and getting a look at the work of the Hopkinton High School Hopkinetics team.
This is a Lego robotics thing, and I was just helping program it for today, for the people to use for projects. And
Cool. What got you into robotics?
I've just always liked it, and I've always wanted to go to MIT, and so I wanted and work at NASA and stuff, and as like a engineer. and I've been doing it for a while, and I work at the middle school, and I want to come to the high school next year.
I'm replacing all the motors with the new system. It's VEX 5. And Tyler?
Yeah, and I'm currently rebuilding our lift mechanism to make it higher quality and more sturdy.
Terrific. How long have you been working on this project?
We started in September, and I have a competition in November that we're getting ready for.
Awesome. And how long have you guys been doing robotics for?
I've been doing it for 4 years, and with VEX Robotics, I've been doing it for 3 years. This is my last year doing it.
I've been doing it for 3 years as well.
And how do you guys like it? Do you think this is something you want to get involved with in the future and in college?
Yeah, definitely. I want to be like an engineer. Me and Tyler, same engineering field, aerospace. And we both find robotics as like a foundation for engineering, so that's why we chose robotics. And hopefully this will help us in the future, in terms of experience.
Let's do them backwards. Yeah, no, both of them are backwards.
This is our robot. We're designing it to play our game, Turning Point, for this year. And the objective of the robot is to take in the balls, have them go up the system, and over here, Shashir's working on the flag loop, which we'll then use to shoot the balls at the flag in order to score points. And then our other teammates are helping us find parts and build different mechanisms to flip caps and do different things to score for the game. Currently, our robot is almost complete. We have different components done, but it's coming along nicely.
Terrific. How long have you been working on it for?
We've been working on it for a few weeks, actually, since the start of the summer. For a few months. Our team has just come together at the start of the school year, and it's been going really great. We've been working every day, and it's been a lot of fun.
So right now we are doing the VEX in the Zone competition, and for this competition we built a shooting mechanism, and this shooting mechanism has a gear, and it has it's rubber band loaded. So this thing goes back. It's a lot of pressure, so I had to push it back. And then there's a ball, and when it goes back all the way, it shoots out because there's a slip gear here, and it hits the flags on the field, and that's how we score points.
Cool. And how long have you been working on this for?
For this one, we've been working since September, and I've been doing robotics since 9th grade.
So we are paper coding. One person basically has to get the other person to draw these shapes on their blank side by giving their inputting commands, basically.
Can we demonstrate?
Terrific.
Yeah, you can demonstrate if you want.
Okay, sure. You read the commands, I'll draw it. So
she's gonna be reading the commands, so writing the code.
And then fill in. And then down. And then fill in. And then write. And fill in. Right. Fill in. Down. Fill in. Down. Fill in.
And this just demonstrates how the computer's taken the coding language and the instructions one step at a time.
Still to come on HCAM News, the latest Hiller sports update, including senior night highlights from boys soccer. And Matt Clark has our HCAM Insider. A whole lot more ahead. Stay tuned.
HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Golden Pond Assisted Living, honoring resident choice, dignity, and independence. Our health and wellness focus keeps residents active. Golden Pond, state-of-the-art senior housing and healthcare services.
Help your community to collect food for the Project Just Because Hopkinton Food Pantry, the Scouting for Food Drive.
Place food items for donation in plastic bags near your mailbox by 10 a.m. on Saturday.
Some items the food pantry is in most need of include gift cards,
canned meats,
gluten-free foods,
baking items,
paper and cleaning products, and toiletries.
If you wish to donate but don't have enough time to shop, you can donate online.
Thank you for helping our local residents in need.
Welcome back to HCAM News. It has been another successful fall sports season for the Hopkinton Hillers, with just about every team on pace or already clinching a playoff spot. Here's a look at the latest Hiller sports update.
Hopkinton Hillers boys soccer celebrated senior night before hosting Medfield on the new Hopkinton High School turf fields.
Number 9, Mustafa Eldabri, accompanied by Dad Abraham, Mom Dina, and brothers Mutaz and Mansour. Number 7, Andrew Keeley, accompanied by Dad Bob, Mom Sarah, and grandparents Bob and Diane. Number 21, Niall Kelly, accompanied by Dad Mike, Mom Claudia, brothers Connor and Sean, and sister Sierra. Number 25, Philip McCarthy, accompanied by Dad Adam, Mom Liz, brother Anthony, and sister Mariana. Number 12, Andrew Blake, accompanied by Dad Ben, Mom Pam, and brother Ben. Number 3, Eli Peterson, accompanied by Dad Matt, Mom Amy, and siblings Emery, Isaac, Ian, and Abel. Number 6, Landon York, accompanied by Dad Ted and Mom Heather. Number 24, a captain, Matt Lynn, accompanied by Mom Paige, brother Rex, and grandparents Roger and Sally. Number 11, a captain, Justin Normando, accompanied by Dad Kevin and Mom Jamie. And number 10, a captain, Michael Puvakad, accompanied by Dad Tom and Mom Laura.
First half, Hillers putting the pressure on.
This one out on Medfield. Going for the Hillers. On the entry into the box, looking for a shot. And that's in! A goal for the Hillers. That's Michael Puvakad making it 1-0.
Michael Puvakad puts it through to make it 1-0 Hillers. Hopkinton added another in the second half after a free kick.
Center it up or try to angle it right in the net. He's going to center it up. Header, goal! 2-0 Hillers. That was a beauty of a header. And I believe that was McCallum Lind on the header.
A perfectly executed header by McCallum Lind makes it 2-0 Hopkinton. That is all the Hillers would need as they come away with the 2-1 victory over Medfield. Hopkinton improves to 8 wins, 4 losses, and 4 ties on the season, while Medfield falls to 10-5-1 overall. A great senior night win for the playoff-bound Hopkinton Hillers boys soccer team.
Author of the book Puppy Possibilities, Kathleen Goldman stopped by the Hopkinton Public Library recently and shared some training techniques for your puppy.
Book author Kathleen Goldman, who wrote a book called Puppy Possibilities, demonstrated her puppy training techniques at the Hopkinton Public Library.
8-week-old puppy is like a little piece of clay, and they're yours to shape and mold, and we talk about this companion of your dreams. So why not take advantage of not only the size of the puppy, but they're like a little sponge, you know, about the only thing they come pre-programmed with is the desire to please us. So instead of waiting around and letting our puppy make a mistake, we're going to teach our puppies rather than just command that they do our bidding. Command is a word that I don't care for much because it sounds like military boot camp to me, and puppy training is not supposed to be military boot camp. It's supposed to be fun. Okay, so swing yourself around so everybody can watch. See, she knows where the food is. Don't let her go. I'm going to give you a leash. And by the way, everybody, this puppy's name is Stokely. She doesn't really know her name yet because she hasn't been around that long. She's only 10 weeks old. So this is just to put on your knee so she doesn't go out in the audience, and just keep feeding her. Just let her nip. Oh no, okay. Okay, so Sarah is not a seasoned handler, and she doesn't really know how to tuck the piece of cheese in her, between her index finger and her thumb, so the puppy is just kind of licking at it and can't really take it out of her fingers. And we're going to give you something a little heavier because a little stronger. Hey, Stokely, okay? Sit. Good girl. Now sit is the easiest thing to teach a puppy. And then the most fun, I'm going to just hop forward to this for a second because she's being very biddable. Stand. Oh, okay, let go for a sec. Oh, nice. Nice. Can you put that foot forward? Put this foot backward. Yeah, that's right. You stand like a show dog. Let's get going. My puppy's already 5 months old. We're working on all this stuff for such a long time now. I'm just going to skip ahead in the book. No, I'm going to say I really wish you wouldn't do that. Because, well, we don't know if your puppy understands what's been presented prior to that 100%. So we want to make sure that the puppy proves to us that they understand, because in each chapter, in each sequence of the DIY program, it builds on what was previously taught, and it gets a little more difficult and a little more difficult. It's kind of like working towards graduation day or the end of the school year or the MCAS, okay? Yep, we have people here in the audience know all about those. So you want to make sure that your puppy can prove things to you before you move forward to the tough stuff. Because if you move too fast and they don't understand, it's not going to be fun. How are you going to get her to you without tugging her? Where are you? Whoops, who are you going to? Front. Give me a good front. Don't give me this. But get out of here with that. Give me a good front. Come on. Get your butt around. Come on. Is that the right? Oh, you did it. Hold it. Every time she moves her mouth, the judge will take off 1/4 of a point or a 1/2 a point. Good. Oh, I got to give you something for that because that was very hard. Usually we don't feed in between, but this is hard stuff. Ready? Finish. Did you? Oh, you got it back that time. Good girl. Oh, very good. If you give Kiwi a little applause. Yay!
A whole lot of programming is coming up on the HCAM channels. Standing by to tell you all about it is Matt Clark with our HCAM Insider.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the HCAM Insider. I'm Matt Clark, and here's what's happening this week on HCAM. On Friday, October 26th at 7 p.m., the Hillers varsity football team takes on Nauset in the playoffs game, airing live on our YouTube page. And at 8 p.m., the Coffee Break hosts chat about Halloween, the spookiest day of the year, on a brand new episode of Hopkinen Coffee Break. On Monday, October 29th at 7:30 p.m., Hopkinen Superintendent Carol Kavanaugh sits down with middle school teachers about the use of mindfulness in schools on a new episode of Highlights from the Hill on HCAM Ed. And also at 7:30, the Hopkinen Planning Board meeting will air live on HCAM TV. On Tuesday, October 30th at 6 p.m., the Hopkinen Board of Selectmen's meeting will air live on HCAM TV. On Wednesday, October 31st at 7 p.m., author Kathleen Goodman shares tips and tricks on how to train your new puppy on a brand new HCAM TV special. And on Thursday, November 1st at 7 p.m., the Hopkinton School Committee meeting will air live on HCAM Ed. And also on HCAM Ed, the Hillers boys soccer versus Medfield game will air. If you want to know more about all of HCAM shows before they air, then head over to hcam.tv/connect, where you can sign up for our HCAM Insider newsletter. Or if you want to know more about what's happening in Hopkinton, you can sign up for our daily news updates. That's all for this week's Insider. I'm Matt Clark, and as always, thanks for watching, and have a safe and happy Halloween. Back to you, Tom.
Thank you, Matt. That will just about do it for this edition of HCAM News. Don't forget, you can stay up to date with everything Hopkinton by checking out our website, hcam.tv, as well as our Twitter and Facebook page. Be sure to head over to our website for the latest happenings in our community and check out the new Hopkinton Community Calendar to take a look at upcoming events in town. If you have a Hopkinton-related video, photo, or story idea, I want to hear from you. Email me at news@hcam.tv. With your help, we'll cover even more of our community. For everyone here at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. We leave you now with the current community listings and upcoming government meetings. As always, thanks for watching HCAM News. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.
This past Sunday, the Hopkinton Fire Department hosted their annual open house. The event is hosted as part of National Fire Prevention Month and helps teach about the everyday duties of the fire department.
So we're just trying to teach children if a fire alarm goes off in their house, what they want to do is stay nice and low, crawl low under the smoke, and also what to do if they get fire on them. So stop, drop, cover, and roll. Just try to teach the basics. All right, good job.
The afternoon featured plenty of lesson learning activities for the kids, including rides in the fire truck.
Here we go, guys. How we doing today? Everybody doing good? Yeah? What's your name, pal? You don't know. Today's our